Good morning. I'm Marty Statler, and I am a serial entrepreneur. I own two businesses. The one that I'm going to talk about today is called Rebel Queen. I am a publisher. I help entrepreneurs write, market, and get their books launched. So I totally fell into publishing 13 years ago. I literally was selling Aflac insurance and I got tired of selling insurance. I was good at it. I just got tired of it. It just wasn't congruent with who I was as a person. And I just felt like I wanted to do more meaningful work. And that meaningful work at that time looked like this: Jesus, I need you to give me some Jesus work to do, and I need you to pay me for it. So that was my prayer verbatim. And shortly thereafter, I walked into a company to peddle my insurance, and I walked out with a job offer that I said yes to. I had no idea that I had walked into a publishing company, and I had no idea that it was a faith-based publishing company. So the interesting thing about that is I was also put in the acquisitions department. After I was hired, I realized I was the first person in the history of the company to be hired into acquisitions directly and not work my way up. And the reason that they did that was because of my sales experience. So being in acquisitions, my role was to review unsolicited manuscripts and negotiate contracts. What it also did was give me like this bird's eye view of all things pertaining to the publishing process, because I was the first point of contact for my authors. It put me in all of the meetings pertaining to the authors. So I met with our salespeople who met with book buyers. I met with our project managers. I was in titling discussion meetings. So it was a crash course in publishing. 3 years ago, so for 10 years, I have worked in the publishing industry. For a total of 3 different publishers. The last 2 publishers that I worked with after that, I helped them build all of their systems, all of their contracts. I interfaced with every single vendor and every single author. So I was really integral in building these publishing companies. And even though my heart's desire was to do something for myself, the reality was I didn't believe in myself enough that I could do this on my own and be successful at it. So I had joined this group coaching program. And in the process of this group coaching program, my coach looked at me and she's like, Marty, why aren't you doing this for yourself? And I'm like, well, truly, I don't think I can. And she's like, I think you can totally do this and I'll help you. And I believed her. So 3 years ago, Rebel Queen was born. So the interesting thing about Rebel Queen was, like, I never intended to call my business Rebel Queen. Rebel Queen was my LLC. It was like my holding company because I have multiple streams of income. And truly, I am, all right, so I'm very rebellious, probably much like most entrepreneurs. So if you tell me I can't do something, that's exactly what I'm doing. And then number 2, I have 3 daughters. My youngest daughter is now 18. She'll be 19 soon. So I would have all of my daughters and their friends at my house, and they would constantly give out my internet password. So all of their little friends was downloading internet and we have Comcast Xfinity to their phones. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I would have to reset all of my passwords. So I said, if my kids are going to continue giving out my password, they're going to call me Queen. So my password was Queen Marty. So hence Rebel Queen was born just to be this holding company for, money coming in. And then when I was trying to decide a name for my business, which naming a business is actually really stressful, almost as stressful as trying to figure out what you want your grandma name to be, because I am a grandmother. I've got 5 grandbabies at this point. So Rebel Queen was born. And so I work specifically with entrepreneurs, primarily women. I work with men as well, but all of my marketing is geared towards women just because I am one of 4 daughters. I have 3 daughters. And I think it's super important for women to be able to stand on their own 2 feet because it gives you options. 3 minutes. Oh my gosh, thanks so much. So that's what I do. Most of the people that I get, I just love having conversations about books. I love talking to brand new authors because there is a lot of misconceptions in the publishing industry. The publishing industry has changed drastically. how we publish books. Technology has made everyone a publisher. How we purchase books. Amazon kind of took care of that platform when they made Amazon Prime, order your book and get it in a couple of days straight to your house, free shipping. So bookstores are getting smaller, they're going away. Just the entire industry has changed. We are able to take more control of our content and how that's distributed and how that's utilized. So I really love talking to people and just like breaking apart those misconceptions. And listen, I'm going through like my files here of everything that I had to fill out in this form. And I think the other thing that I feel like was what I'm struggling right now with business is like I hustle for dollars. Like, so if I don't have an author, I'm not making money because I'm fee for service. So I am in the process of how do I maintain what I have going on? How do I pull back and create assets for like digital products that, I make it once and it's done over and over. Like I'm currently making an online writing course. And then how do I do that while I continue to scale and grow and go into Rebel Phase 2, which is a whole other thing, and grow my other business. Guys, I'm busy. I just feel like I'm busy, and all of these things, I do not lack in ideas. So I think that's probably the biggest struggle that I have right now. How many minutes do I got? I think like I've summarized it in the last like minute and a half that I feel like maybe if I get into something else, I might go over that time. So there's that.
Well done, Marty. Thank you.
Thank you.